What's up, Geek Speak Show? I'm here right now with Marty Abrams from Mego Toys. How's your con going, Marty?
Say again?
How's your con going?
My con is going great.
Yeah?
On both ways. Anybody buys this, we're conning, but Comic-Con is great.
So Mego has a bit of an announcement to make, but before we get into that, I would like to hear, and I'm sure they would too, give us a brief, maybe like an origin story of Mego, the history behind it.
Down and dirty, 1954, it was born. Born out of the mind of my father and my mother, who were there for 10 years before I showed up. I'm talking about in the business, not in life. They were doing and building their own little company on a brick-by-brick basis, based upon the time. We came in 65, and we knew that, I'm talking like I'm in the third party here. I knew at that time we had to turn around and start to brand our product, and branding became essential. And the quickest way for us to brand, because we had a limited amount of budget, was through licensing. And our first license, our first major license, was Joe Namath. And that was before we did Batman or Superman or Spider-Man or Planet of the Apes, Star Trek. I mean, we had an opportunity to do practically every cultural phenomenon of the 70s. But the very first one was Joe Namath. And from there we turned into probably the most exciting, unique, poignant toy company in the history of the world.
All right, so I think we're ready to hear what's Mego doing now, currently.
Well, Mego is now an offshoot of a bunch of other companies for the last 30 years. We continue to stay within the framework of the toy industry. I look at Mego as being my Beatles years.
Okay.
You can't beat them. I mean, every character, from Spider-Man to Batman, from Superman to Planet of the Apes, Joe, we just had every, Fonzie, Chips, we had them all. Dukes of Hazzard. There was no character or position we didn't have. And so when we do everything, and those brands have all carried over for 2-3 more generations. But we were the first to do them all. And it's always the first. From there, when Mego went out of business, we started our own design company. We had some pretty big winners at that time. We had a brand called the Power Glove. Now, the Power Glove was done with Nintendo. You put it on your hand, and you could. It was the first virtual reality product. You could manipulate objects in 3D space. As a matter of fact, it was the forerunner of the whole Wii system, using all of our patents. So that was a huge item in the 90s. We did a brand called Sky Dancer. Sky Dancer was a doll that flew. You pull the string, and you fly probably to the ceiling here. From that, we turned around and created all the flying superheroes. So we saw a lot of great brands, but nothing like we did with Mego. Because at the end of the day, that was the real Beetlejuice. We then turned around and made a decision that said, let's bring this all back. And how we're doing that is through partnerships. Because we've created some incredible product here. When you look at this stuff, some of the stuff we didn't do in the 70s. We didn't do Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, wow.
He was a 70s icon who's become considered the greatest guitar player in the world. So we're bringing back a Jimi Hendrix. We didn't do Cheers. We didn't do Charlie's Angels, although we did Farrah Fawcett and Jackie Smith individually as dolls. So we knew we had to enhance and bring the lines, make them wider, to be more collectible and more exciting. And that's what effectively we're doing.
All right, so you brought back some new stuff, and you brought back what you said was your first licensed product, Joe Namath. Is he back for good, or is this exclusively Comic-Con only?
No, he's back for good.
Okay.
In fact, we have a panel tomorrow here at Comic-Con where both Joe and I are going to be speaking. And this is, I hate to say this, February 19. I mean, February, the month of year 19, is the 50th year of him winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God.
The 50th year. So we've been together 50 years, Joe and I, hanging. So we've got a very circuitous route that we've got to this point in our life, and we've come back together. And this is also going to be a brand for all the way right through the whole Super Bowl play.
Amazing. Where can we find you? What websites, anything like that?
Well, you can find us obviously on Mego.com. You can find us across the board on Facebook, on Instagram, on the same way. We're opening up that whole digital world, a world that that dinosaurs like myself are just trying to figure out and how to make it work.
You heard it. Mego's back. Get on that. Thank you. Thank you for talking to us, Marty.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Take care. Thanks, guys.